Oh, nice. I finally got it back. The original mini magnetic tripod for this old vlog camera. Heck yes! Alright. I am glad to have this little tripod thing back prepared. So now it also just dawned upon me that today is actually shoulder day. Shoulder, we'll throw in like 1 or 2 chest exercises day. So I'm mixing up my intra workout now. This is like the hostile CDX cluster dextrin powder. So it's basically just carbs, but like they're easily absorbable carbs. So this is like going to be 25 grams of carbs. But basically just because like at a pretty high deficit right now, and I haven't had a single cheat meal for 5 weeks now. It's like it might be a little flat, and I would at least like to feel some sort of energy, or a little bit of fullness while working out, or training, as we say. So I just like to have some carb powder during working out because I don't feel bad otherwise. I'm really good at like disciplining myself about not needing to eat. So, and then I'm gonna put a fourth serving of Bloodshot, which is the non-stim pre-workout, like the pump product from Hostile, because I've already taken half a serving of Hostility, which is the stim one, and a fourth of the serving with that. So I'm just like separating my servings of the pump so I can kind of like preserve the pump product throughout the whole session, along with the carbs, because the pump product's going to work better with carbs and hydration, and a little bit of stim already in the system of brewing, so when I get there I'll be ready to go. So yeah, this is my intra workout. It's just 25 grams of carbs, and it switches from day to day. Like my intra workout for leg day is going to be different than a day like today. Alright, time to get out of here. Oh, so at the end of today is Saturday, which is the week mark. Oh, hold on, it's really dark right now. Let me open this garage. Alright, like I was saying, at the end of today as a workout, because it is Saturday, which is the week mark for my like weekly progress for this prep, because I started on a Saturday. I'm gonna do my posing physique updates, and today I'm actually wearing like the shortest of shorts, because I don't think I've actually done like a posing physique update showing the legs at all, but it's probably about time to like start looking at it a little bit at least. So I am going to be switching to the good camera for that segment, because like it's important to actually get good quality for the posing updates. But for the rest, I'm going to be using this camera because I like this one a lot. It's just so handy, and then I want to use the magnetic tripod because you can just get like weird different angles that you wouldn't be able to easily get normally. So yeah, if it's really bothersome though, like I actually want to know, like if this crappy quality is really bothersome and it really matters that much, then write in the comments and I'll consider maybe using my phone or something. But I can't be having, like, I just can't be having the big bulky camera out all the time, because that's not very easy to just take out and start shooting with. So yeah, let's go to the gym. All right, turn this down a little bit. So I probably will make a separate video about this, because I like to talk about my thoughts and kind of just how they're developing and everything like that. You know, a big part of my channel throughout the years has been kind of, well, you know, for sure introspection, like taking how I'm processing things and how I'm handling things, how I'm thinking about things, and kind of seeing why I feel that way, / how I can improve upon them, or just like actually being able to see my mindset progress over time. Because I do look back at those old videos from Japan like almost a decade ago now, and you know, especially the ones where I'm talking about an event or I'm thinking about something, and just to see how I've come from that place, it's very interesting to see for me, you know, to actually be able to see in development. Because when you think about it, sometimes you don't really know that you kind of know that you've changed a little bit, but when you really like, you see an actual video where you're talking, that's you, and the way you talk is so different, your mindset is so different. It's just very interesting to see. I hope one of my tires is not going flat. Yikes. Like, not even kidding. Anyways, so let me share this with you guys. This is like a big thought of the day, but this is kind of, you know, I'm gonna preface this also with, I've always been very vulnerable on my channel. Like, I'm just very open because, like I said, if I'm not, then how am I gonna know? Like, or how will I look back and see if I'm just pretending to act a certain way that I don't actually feel, you know? Sometimes I'm not super explicit about it, but my big thought I've had is, when I started this whole prep, right, I kind of thought to myself, once I start this prep, there's no time to be messing around with girls, like romance and all that, basically, you know? Because prep takes a lot of focus. Like, you need to be very disciplined with training, diet, you know, recovery, right? All these things. And when the problem is with romance is that unless it's already an established romance, like if you're already with a partner, then that's different, right? But if you try to start something new, or you're messing around with people, not like messing around like, you know, funny stuff, like just like getting to know somebody anyways, that's pretty stressful. That can be stress inducing. Like, it definitely takes energy. It takes mental energy, and this is energy that can be used in a more productive towards your goal, which is that outcome of the prep, right? So I thought that at the beginning. So I like told myself, like, all right, once we start prep, there's no messing around with girls. We're not gonna be talking to girls. We're not even gonna think about romance. You know, everyone's friend zone. Everyone's friend zone. That's it. You know. And today, I thought that at the beginning, but now we're 5 weeks in, and it's like it took me 5 weeks later to reaffirm that with myself. Like, yeah, we really need to just not mess around, not be concerned with that thing, not for now, anyways. Because it just messes, like, those things can mess with you, especially like if you're getting too stressed out, or you're getting some anxiety, you know, that messes with your appetite, messes with your sleep, and these are all very important things that you need to be pretty, like, as much as you can, you want to be on top of during a prep for a competition, or during a prep phase where you're like cutting down and trying to get very lean. Because cortisol is a real thing. That's stress, the hormone released by stress. Makes you hold water, makes your recovery slower, you know, all these things, and it's a real thing. So I've kind of like re-resolved, just stay focused for now at least, you know. So today is kind of like, that thought was very strong in my head, and I was like, all right, focus up, you know. It's crazy because I wouldn't have handled, or I wouldn't have come to the same conclusion that I am right now, or today, or thinking nowadays, that I would have before. And it's not even like I wouldn't know what conclusion I should come to before, but it'd be that I'm not strong enough, or not wise enough, or experienced enough to be able to make that conclusion or act on the conclusion. I will succumb to my emotion, I guess. But that's what I'm thinking about. Now, on to training. It is shoulder day, doing a little bit of chest as well, just to keep everything activated. I feel like my arm is like deflating. I like worked so hard to make my arms a little bigger, and I feel like they're deflating. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a shoulder press motion, front raise motion, 2 laterals, 2 rear delts, 1 chest press, and 1 chest fly. And all the sets are gonna be very low, so that way it's not too much volume. And then hopefully there's not too many people on the back side of the gym, so I can hit some posing without being too embarrassed, because I'm not comfortable with that kind of thing. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you at the gym. Should be there in about 10 minutes or so. Also, let me throw in real quick, I am very lucky to have not just like one good friend, because what if something goes wrong with your good friend and then now you don't have any more good friends and you're just like alone? That sucks. I'm really lucky that I have quite a few very close friends, a good support system, and that can help me like just talk things out, you know? Because sometimes when you're trapped alone with your thoughts, it's very hard to make sense or like get through it. Like there's all these little branches and they're just swirling around and you're like trying to straighten them out or find the one, but it's very hard. There's like all up in there. But when you talk it out with your friends, like they can kind of help point it out, or just being able to talk it out helps you figure it out yourself. So I'm really lucky that I have friends like that I can talk to. I didn't want to say that, like it's not all me, but that's like that's a part of growth. It's like you have these people that can help you grow, you know? So that's really good. That's really cool. Wow, the sky is looking pretty cool right now. So we're at this is LGND Barbell. So different. This is like the 20. Oh my gosh, it looks so nice in the camera. This is a 24-hour actual open 24-hour gym, and it's more like, I mean, it's definitely more hardcore than 24-hour fitness, but not all the machines and stuff are like the greatest, but they're like upgrading all the time, which is sick. And they're supposed to be doing like a whole remodel in like August or something like that. So yeah, but actually I really grew to like their chest machines, and I'm really moving away from dumbbells because as I like get leaner and leaner and lose more weight, I don't have all that protection around my joints and stuff. Like, first of all, I'm getting weaker, like probably gonna get weaker at dumbbells, but then also it's just like the risk of injury. I'd rather not. And right now I am already suffering from like pretty annoying left shoulder impingement, which has been stopping me from like completing some sets in bench or chest press movements. Like it'll like completely lock up on rep 6 and I just have to stop even though my chest feels like it can still go. But yeah, let's get in there and do this thing. So get a load of this gym. Much better aesthetic than 24-hour fitness. Hey, and with this tripod, okay, check this machine out. Like, this is a pretty sick lateral raise. Unfortunately, it's right next to the speakers. Uh-oh, we're getting demonetized. But yeah, so I'm starting off with this as my lateral raise motion. I might use this for my front raise too, we'll see. But I'm doing single arm at a time because I don't trust myself not to use more right arm than left arm. Hey, but also look what's really cool about having this tripod. See, I wouldn't be able to do this with a cool camera or whatever. Bop. Yep, and we're stuck on the machine. Hell yeah. I'm very satisfied having this thing again. Hopefully it doesn't fall, because it's possible. There we go. That looks good. Alright, well this is probably not ideal because the music was so freaking loud. It's just like I have to voice over these exercises because it's just like music blasting. We're not trying to just auto get demonetized for no reason at all. And it's just like, it's so loud. Anyways, I guess I should just tell you the structure of this workout here. So basically on the first accessory exercises, just to get blood into the area, I like to do a pretty, like a lighter but heavier, higher rep set. So the first set of laterals that I do right here, I'll be doing 20 reps, and then I'll do the 2 working sets of 15 reps and 15 reps. When it comes to like the heavy movements like shoulder press, then I will keep it a little bit shorter in terms of just, I'm only doing 2 sets. I won't do that one warm-up set with a lot of reps. I will do warming up like with like very little weight just to get the movement warmed up. Then I'll do acclimations like 1 to 2, maybe 3 reps a piece, moving up to the main weight, but only on exercises like this where it's like pec deck or lateral raises or rear delt flies when I'm not warmed up at all on the exercise. Then I'll do a long warm-up set. Perfect, I love it. That was pretty sick. I like that a lot. Alright, so I'm gonna finish this exercise, I'm gonna go to the next one. I think it's really loud. I can't touch that my earphones in, but I can hear the music through my earphones. Alright, next, the one and only shoulder pressing movement is gonna be this LGND plate loaded shoulder press. This actually feels pretty damn good too. Honestly, I'm starting to think that machines feel a lot better on shoulders generally than free weights. Like if I do dumbbells, I'm definitely like getting a lot of right here, like upper chest as well. Whereas this is like really smooth, it feels really good. So with the pressing movement, because it's like heavier and I don't want to hurt myself, it's like I do my warm up and then just like on my leg exercises, it's like acclimating. I go 25, 1 plate, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and I think that's like weight, something like that.
We be getting cash, okay? What's the facts? We gon' run up in stash. Police show me like a rap. We say we be getting cash, okay? Got this and that. And my shooters where you at.
That was the last acclimation set of 2.5 plates, which actually didn't feel bad at all. So we're doing 3 now with the hostile wrist reps. 3 plates. It looks like last time I did it for 9 reps, and then I did it for 7 reps. So we're gonna go for the 2 sets again. Try to equal the numbers, so we'll see how many reps we get. You know, theoretically, like pressing strength is like the first thing to start sucking. So we'll see.
So on the shoulder press, like I said, we're just doing 2 sets here. So 3 plates was my working set weight. And I'm going for 8 to 10 reps here because it's a heavier compound movement. I'm not like trying to get a massive amount of reps, but I am trying to control it. Like I'm not trying to explode too much, and I'm not trying to drop the weight and lose tension. I'm trying to really control it up, get that squeeze, control it on the way down, because that's where you're getting that weight bearing of the exercise that really breaks down muscle. And yeah, so I think I got 8 reps here, but yeah, that's definitely 8 reps.
We were not getting more than 8 there. Alright, so if I went for the 9th rep there, I was definitely going to just troll and get sloppy with it, and I'm not trying to do that, especially when you're like cutting. That's not going to happen to you. So I'm going to do 1 more set, and just same weight, try to get 8 again, and then we're going to keep it moving. Alright, so I was debating on whether to do a machine or some dumbbells for the second lateral movement, but I feel like I've been doing a lot of machines recently, so switch it up and just do some dumbbells. Normally I go up to 30s, but it's not like a clean, it's not super clean, so I don't know. I'm gonna start with 25 and see how it goes, and then maybe we'll go up to 30, and yeah, for these I'm gonna get 15 reps because it's not like as big of a movement, you know, it's not as like compound of a movement. Well, let's use your traps a lot. What the? Hold on, what is this?
Okay, so here we are on the dumbbell lateral raises, and one thing that's helped me a lot, we're doing 2 sets of 15 by the way, one thing that's helped me a lot on dumbbell lateral raises is I used to go straight out to the side, and now I kind of go a little bit in front of my body. My hands are slightly in front, and that's in line with my scapula. Your scapula kind of comes around, to describe it, like the top of the back of your neck, so your hands are like going to be slightly in front of your shoulders, and this helps you get your traps out of it. So for all those trap kings, trap queens out there, this way you can actually engage the medial head of your deltoid and not just use your traps.
This exercise, I can actually feel my shoulder impingement acting up right here when I come up. Oh yeah, I get to here, it's like knotted disgustingness in here. So I'm just gonna stay at 25 to avoid effing with that anymore. "35 minutes. We're almost complete. Now we're gonna do a front raise, a machine front raise. I started to do these again. Like I stopped doing front raises for a while because I was like, there's no point. We're doing so much like front delt activation with bench pressing, as well as the shoulder press. I was like, there's no need. But then I like to ask my friends like just what they think, like with an unprofessional eye. And my friend was like, yeah, you could cap your shoulders more. And I was like, fuck you. No, just kidding. I was like, all right, you know, shoulders can never be too big. So I decided to try it again. I did it on the machine, and like right after, it's like my shoulders were looking capped. So I started doing them again. This is gonna be like just like the 3rd or 4th workout back on them though. All right, yeah. So I was in 24-hour fitness in Dallas, and I figured out like I can use this machine, the lateral raise, as a front raise, and it felt freaking good. So I'm gonna show you the hidden thing right here.
Okay, I don't even know if you could hear what I was saying at all because this machine is like right in front of the speakers. But I was saying, let me show you the hidden tech. So I kind of discovered doing this, or like just thought about doing this when I was at 24 Hour Fitness in Dallas, and I was like, man, I am not trying to do dumbbell front raises because it's a little hard to target the area on the dumbbell front raises. So I was like, let me see if I can do it on the machine. And so I had this idea of doing it single arm on the hammer strength lateral raise machine. It actually feels so good. The only thing you need to like be careful about is not like swinging your body and putting your body momentum into it. Like I try to sit really upright, kind of sit forward in the pad so there's like tension from the very bottom of the motion, and just control all the way up and all the way down. This thing feels so freaking good. After a set of this, my shoulders were capped.
That shit feels nice. This cool rear delt machine, 2 rear delt exercises to finish it off. I'm gonna do this one and probably cables. Yeah, and then we gotta do some chest exercises, and then we can finally post this. I just realized I'm flat as fuck, so it's gonna be interesting. This one I'm gonna do 3 sets. So basically, the first exercise I did 3 sets because it's like my first exercise of the day. Everything else I did 2 working sets, and on this one, because it's the first rear delt exercise, I'm gonna do like one warm-up set of 20 reps, then 15-15. And the next exercise, I'm gonna do the same thing, just 15-15. Up the weight slightly, because we're aiming for a 15 rep like finisher. Ooh, whatever my goal reps are, I kind of move the weight accordingly. Oh, this thing's not made of metal. I got trolled. We'll just put it on top.
Man, I cannot describe though how happy I am to have this mini magnetic tripod back. It's just so easy to get like different angles and set the camera up in spots, because every time before it's like the camera's always going to be on the ground looking up, and sometimes you just cannot get good angles. But here we are on the rear delt fly machine. This one, you want to be careful to, if you are trying to actually use your rear delts, notice that I'm not like going super far back to where I pinch my back all the way, because the rear delt range of motion stops right about like maybe right behind in line with how your back is. You can see the rear delt's like the little, it's kind of like a little pine cone shaped thing on the back of the shoulder there.
I wish this place had like a cable crossover machine, you know? Because I like to do a lot of like, I have like a lot of like improvised like isolateral versions of exercises that I like to do on the cable crossover machines that you can't do on like on those like cages, you know, where like the 2 handles are super far away from each other. That's a shame. So I wanted to do some facepulls, because I feel like facepulls actually really help the whole shoulder impingement issue. So I'll do facepulls with whatever's available here. So we're just on here using this little leather rope bondage handle. You know, this actually feels really good. However, this is probably infested with bacteria because it smells funky. We're gonna have to wash our hands after that one. Anyways, this is my last set of these facepulls, and I want to move on to the 2 chest exercises. Creeper cam, because there's no other way. Whatever, here we go.
Look, even this is pretty nice. You're like I'm able to just post it up on the machine and have it height level so you can see what's going on there. But as I'm recording his voiceovers, I'm thinking, what am I gonna do in the future for these videos? Because I kind of want to I want to see how much of a streak I can have. Like I'm on like a freaking 6 or 5 day streak with these videos, like every single day, and I still have like the next 2 days all recorded. I wonder how much of a streak I can do while I'm on this prep. But the thing is, it's like if I have to voice over every time because the music's way too damn loud, like what am I gonna do? Talk about the exercise over and over? You've already heard it a million times. So I don't know. But anyways, face pulls here. Notice same thing. We're not pinching the back too hard, but there's a little bit of a pull back there, because this also gets your lower traps and your rhomboids as well. So this is just a great overall exercise.
Alright, after reviewing the footage, that was not bad. That actually looked pretty good, but I'm pretty sure when I switch to this camera for the posing, you're going to see how big a difference camera quality, lighting makes on the Physique, because this, like, you know, these clips on this camera, it doesn't look that impressive, but it looks a lot better with a nice camera under some good lighting. Alright, next up is the Legend Hammer Strength, or Legend Plate Loaded Chest Press. That would be this. It looks like in, oh, by the way, check out my my business's t-shirt, Tigu Cafe, for the 1 year anniversary. We made those. Anyways, like I was saying, last time we did 4 plates for 10 reps, and then we did 4 plates in a 10 for 9 reps. However, seeing as how that was at the beginning of our workout, and this is towards the end, and like the extra on top, we're probably not gonna go like to 4.4 and a 10. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, we should be able to do 4, but. Alright, we have arrived at terminal weight, and I would like to say, I'm not actually that strong. This machine just, like, it's not that heavy.
Although, even though I say that, the first time I did this machine, I could only do 2.5 plates, and that was only a couple months ago, and then I like suddenly went up to 4, so it might just be getting used to the machine. But, and at first I really didn't like it, because you see how those handles are like slanted? It's really weird for the wrists, you know, like you would expect it to be flat, or I would think. But as over time I got used to it, and this machine is very smooth. You can get the contraction a lot at the top. It feels very good on the pecs. But you know, same thing on this. It's just like all of these big motions nowadays, I'm trying to really control all the way up and all the way down. You know, really get this squeeze, and then like lower the weight slowly on the way down as to bear the weight and really get the most out of the exercise. And it's it's really impressive to me that I was able to do it on chest, because chest never used to be that great.
Yeah, like I said, this machine makes you feel like a freaking beast. Alright, I'll do 1 more set here, and then do like 1 set of this fly machine. So that'll be 2 sets total here, 1 set there, and that'll be it, because it's not a main chest day. It's just to like keep it active a little bit. Not trying to destroy it. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking 1 set of this is enough, but my last chest day wasn't like crazy intense, so I might as well just do 1 more set. Like I said, this is gonna be the last exercise. Just 1 set of 15, and we're gonna call it a day. And I just have, it's like I'm getting the pump a little bit during the exercise, and right after it's gone. So I think I'm a little low on food. I think I'm a little low on calories, you know what I'm saying? Oh shoot. I have this thing sitting on top of circular plates, so it could spin it and fall off. Hopefully not.
Alright, and finally we've arrived at the last exercise of the day, this Arsenal incline fly machine. This is actually such a great machine, because I'm actually, like, some people don't like doing incline flies, like dumbbell incline flies. I've always loved doing dumbbell incline flies, and you might see later, like, my upper chest area, it's pretty striated, especially for a natural guy. Like, it's like, you know, the boobs, they're not that big, but they look nice. You know what I'm saying? They look nice. And that's, you know, that's kind of what matters, right? Like, it doesn't matter if the boobs are that big. They just gotta look nice. But I really attribute it to doing a lot of, like, I've done dumbbell incline flies kind of since I've started working out. So I really attribute that, like, even my very first cut, which was like a year into working out, when I cut like my chest, it was quite striated, pretty detailed. So I really like this motion, but just make sure you're really flexing at the end. Come down, stretch slow so you don't hurt yourself.
Nice. All right. Now it's time to conquer my nervousness. I'm not gonna say anxiousness, because nervousness and anxiousness is different. About just stripping down and posing back there. Yikes.
Alright, here are the poses. So we're starting off with the quarter turns, and notice like I'm doing some moves in between just to look at smoother, because my friend Brian, who's been helping me with posing and offering me his critique since he's competed, when we're practicing quarter turns one time, he was like, or the most recent time, he was like, can you be smooth with it? You gotta be smooth in your transition. So I'm like, alright, we're trying to get some transition riz, here we go. And now here are the mandatories, or like most of the mandatories. I took out the ones when the shadow is just absolutely destroying it, because one of the issues is that, yeah, you notice like the depth of me standing either closer or further, because there's not a line that I see on the ground. I should really pay attention to that. So next time I am going to have to pay attention a little bit more, because depending on how far in or out I'm standing, the shadow really takes over. Like you can see here, you can't see the legs at all, which is a shame, because I literally wore these shorts so I could see them. But yeah, I don't know, not too bad, not too bad. Oh, okay.
All right, we are done. if you stayed this far to see that, like, you can see the difference that the lighting and the good quality, and I got a good tan upper body anyways, so that really helps. Anyways, I'm gonna go home now and eat. That ends the day, I guess, you know? I have like, well, let me check my calorie count today. I know I was like very inactive at the beginning of the day because it's just like, the beginning of the day, I didn't feel great, you know what I'm saying? I didn't feel great. Now I feel a lot better, but I know it's gonna come in waves. It's kind of how stuff goes, you know, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Ow. But yeah, I already got the rice ready at home to just press the button down. Alright, I was about to complain that the second battery already died, but I did record a lot in there with this camera, so I can't complain too much. Not bad, not bad. Good thing I have spare batteries. I'm gonna have to charge them all again. Anyways, like I was saying, the posing looks pretty decent. Some of the shots look really good. I need to... So typically when you're doing like the side chest, side tricep shots, you get to choose what side you do it from. But I studied the film of the competition. Whoa, sport mode, no. We're saving gas up in here. I studied some film of the competition that I want to do, and it's like at the end they had the dudes doing like side chest from both sides, side tricep from both sides. So I think I should practice them just in case. Some of my shots are still weird. I think like my left side, and even the right side a little bit, my side relaxed can be better for sure. It's kind of strange still. The side chest and side tricep on my left side, not perfect because I never do them. It's like awkward for me, but I need to practice. I think I definitely need to turn more. Like on the right side, I feel like I do a very good job of turning. Left side, not so much. So it's good to record. And then also, I kind of got effed because there's not a line on the ground, so I don't know where I should, like, I'm not paying attention exactly where I should be standing. Because if I move, I think forward, yeah, if I move forward a little too much under that lighting, then it's all shadows. Because you can see like the ab shots and stuff, you can't see anything. And I wanted to see just what my legs look like if there's any lines or anything. But the shadows got a lot of it, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, wait, did I even talk about the thing? I think I said I decided to just kind of basically like out of sight, out of mind it for now, with nothing personal at all. It's like at this point in my life, I am wise enough, experienced enough, old enough to know like what I need to do. Like in the past, you know, I might make a mistake that I'm allowing to happen. It's like I know that it's not the best, but I'm allowing it to happen because my emotion takes over, and I will like kind of indulge in that and just allow the mistake. But it's not actually ideal. And then in the end, it's not great, you know? It kind of stalls the whole thing. At this point in my life, it's like I know the answer is like I need to just put it away, remove myself, detach myself for no reason other than that's what's best for me, you know? Like it's like I wish there was another way, of course. Like you're always thinking about, at the time you're thinking about, is there another way? Can I just brave the struggle? But knowing myself, it's like no. I can't. This is all very vague, but I'll probably talk about it in an actual talking video because this is very important to me, and a lot of people, I guarantee a lot of people go through this kind of thing, and a lot of people are not strong enough to do what needs to be done for themselves. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna end this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!